Prime Minister Modi to hold a meeting today to review the services done by the BJP workers during the crisis times of COVID-19. The senior BJP leaders, including the party president JP Nadda, to attend the meeting through video conferencing. President Ramnath Kovind inaugurates the Dhamma Chakra Day celebrations on Asad Purnima. The president says Lord Buddha's message serves as a beacon during the difficult times of the COVID-19 pandemic. The president says Buddha's message to shun greed, hatred, violence, jealousy and many other vices to find happiness is relevant even today. Prime Minister Modi addresses the Dhamma Chakra celebrations. Prime Minister says the teachings of Lord Buddha can help us tackle the challenges that the world faces today. The Prime Minister urges young people of the nation to stay connected with the thoughts of Lord Buddha, which has relevance for all times. Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar congratulates DD News on the completion of 5 years of the weekly Sanskrit program Vartavali. The minister says that the program has helped in increasing the popularity of the Sanskrit language. Heavy rains continue in and the outskirts of Mumbai. High tide alert issued in all the 24 wards of Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation. The BMC prepares for evacuation of people if need arises. The Uttar Pradesh police conduct overnight raids and takes 50 people in custody in connection with the Kanpur ambush. The police announces a reward of 50,000 rupees on criminal Vikas Dubey. The police also looks into the possibility of insiders giving information to the criminals. Five-time world champion Lin Dan announces retirement from international badminton. The 36-year-old two-time Olympic gold medalist announces retirement from the Chinese national team on social media. Hello and good afternoon. You're watching Doordarshan News with me, Nancy Kohli. Our top story: Prime Minister Narendra Modi will hold a review meeting on various welfare works carried out by the Bharatiya Janata Party workers during the nationwide lockdown to combat the COVID-19 pandemic. The meeting will take place at 4:30 in the evening. The senior leaders of the BJP, including the party's national president JP Nadda, will join the meeting that will be through the digital medium and broadcast live on the party's digital platforms. During the lockdown, as directed by the BJP president, the food packets were distributed to over 22 crore people under BJP's Feed the Needy program. Also, 4.5 crore face covers were made and distributed by the BJP workers. The BJP state units will make presentation before the Prime Minister about the welfare works carried out by them during the lockdown. President Ramnath Kovind inaugurated the Dhamma Chakra Day celebrations on the occasion of Asad Purnima at the Rashtrapati Bhavan in New Delhi. The celebrations were organized by the Union Ministry of Culture in partnership with the International Buddhist Confederation. The Dhamma Chakra Day commemorates Lord Buddha's first sermon to his first 5 ascetic disciples at the Deer Park in the present-day Sarnath near Varanasi in Uttar Pradesh. The day is also celebrated by Buddhists all over the world as the day of Dhamma Chakra Parivartan, or turning of the wheel of Dharma. Union Minister for Culture and Tourism Prahlad Patel presented the digitalized publication of the Mongolian Khanchu to President Ramnath Kovind.
His cure for human suffering remains as relevant today as it was over 2.5 millennia ago. There is no doubt that the urgency of abiding by the values that the Buddha preached is eternal. By ignoring the soothing wisdom of every spiritual tradition, we have arrived at the juncture where we find ourselves today. It is high time we paid heed.
The President said that Lord Buddha's message serves as a beacon of light during the difficult times of battling COVID-19 pandemic.
Today, as the pandemic ravages human lives and economies across the globe, the Buddha's message serves like a beacon. He advised people to shun greed, hatred, violence, jealousy, and many other vices to find happiness.
And paying tribute to Lord Buddha on Guru Purnima, Prime Minister Modi said that the eightfold path of Lord Buddha shows the way towards the well-being of many societies and nations. He said it also highlighted the importance of compassion and kindness. In his video message, Prime Minister Modi said that the teachings of Lord Buddha celebrate simplicity both in thought and action.
The teachings of Lord Buddha celebrate simplicity both in thought and action. Buddhism teaches respect for people, respect for the poor, respect for women, respect for peace and non-violence. Therefore, the teachings of Buddhism are the means to a sustainable planet. Friends, in his very first sermon in Sarnath and his teachings after that, Lord Buddha spoke on two things: hope and purpose. He saw a strong link between them. From hope comes a spirit of purpose. For Lord Buddha, it was the removal of human suffering. We have to rise to the occasion and do whatever we can to increase hope among people.
Prime Minister Modi stressed that today bright young minds are finding solutions to the global problems. He said that a startup sector led by youth is a great example of how hope, innovation and compassion can remove suffering. Prime Minister also urged the youth of the country to stay connected with the thoughts of Lord Buddha.
Our youth, if you want to see a great example of how hope, innovation and compassion can remove suffering, it is our startup sector led by our youth. Bright young minds are finding solutions to global problems. India has one of the largest startup ecosystems. I would urge my young friends to also stay connected with the thoughts of Lord Buddha. They will motivate and show the way ahead. At times, they will even calm you down or cheer you up.
And stressing on connectivity, the Prime Minister mentioned that the Indian Cabinet few days back had announced that Kushinagar Airport will be an international one.
The Indian Cabinet announced that Kushinagar Airport will be an international one. This will bring so many people, pilgrims and tourists. It would also generate economic opportunities for many. India awaits you.
And the special message of the President of Mongolia was also read out by the Ambassador of Mongolia to India on the occasion.
Mongolians have learned from Buddhism and cherish and have cultivated its ideas such as compassion, benevolence, and peaceful resolution of differences. I am confident that through the Dhamma Chakra Divas event, sorts of famous religious, cultural, social figures will be compassionately shared with the people, and that it will increase the international significance of Buddhism, help to build a better world and better tomorrow through peace and stability, and spread the call for the wave of peace. I am proud to say that you Buddhists have great potential for spreading peace not only in your body, in your family and country, but also the world over.
Moving on now, the Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar has extended greetings on the completion of 5 years of Doordarshan's weekly Sanskrit program, Vartavali. In a tweet, he said, I quote, "This program has not only won the hearts of Sanskrit lovers, but has attracted many others. This has led to promotion of Sanskrit language, while unique initiatives like the translation of songs have created many such attractions," unquote. And shifting focus now to the heavy rains that continues to lash parts of Maharashtra, high tide has hit Mumbai's Marine Drive. The Mumbai civic body, the BMC, has warned people to stay away from the coast. The Met Department has predicted heavy to very heavy rainfall likely to occur at many places in Palghar, Mumbai, Thane and Raigad districts, and at some places there is a possibility of extremely heavy rainfall. The Mumbai police has also advised citizens not to venture out of their homes. And let's now go across to our correspondent Shama Mishra, who is joining us on the phone line for more updates on the rain situation there across Maharashtra. Shama, what's the update as of now and the prediction for the day up ahead, and most importantly, the preparations in place?
Well, if you're talking about the preparations in place, we already have all the water pumping stations, water pumping machines placed at all the low-lying areas, at all low-lying points, important points, including the Sion, Hindmata, Dadar, Kurla, Ghatkopar, and all these areas where water logging has been already, the complaints of water logging has already been received, and the process of the water pumping out is going on. We are seeing that the rains have been continuous since yesterday, and since yesterday night it has been heavy. So we woke up to the morning and we already saw that all these low-lying areas were waterlogged. Apart from this, because we already had a warning that we would be getting heavy to very heavy rainfalls at some places, there have been 3 NDRF teams on standby, and other than that, we also have the Mumbai Fire Brigade, BMC department. They are all on alert, and if anywhere the necessary requirement is seen or the complaints are coming, then they would be ready to evacuate the people, necessary people. Also, complaints of tree falling, these kind of complaints have also been coming. Other than that, we are also seeing that the high tide is currently going on. The highest was 4.757 meters, and that was at 11:37 a.m. And this would be, going down. And slowly, if you see the water of the sea, it's currently in the very rough format, and police is on all the sea faces, including the Worli Sea Face, Marine Drive, and all the beaches. They are patrolling that nobody should be entering the sea or venturing inside the sea. The fishermen have also been given a warning that they should not be going inside the sea because it is rough currently. And apart from this, we are also seeing the forecast that has been given for today. It will be continuing the same. And apart from this, all the as we mentioned, the necessary precautions are already in place.
All right, Shama, thanks very much for joining us for the moment and sharing those inputs. And meanwhile, in Assam, 20 districts of the state are still affected by floods. The situation, though, is showing some signs of improvement. However, water level at some places is still above the danger level mark. According to the flood bulletin released by Assam State Disaster Management Authority on Friday, 20 districts of the state are reeling under flood water, with 13.2 lakh population affected. And with one person losing life within 24 hours, the death toll this flood season has touched 35. Altogether, 156 relief camps and distribution centers are functional, housing 11,741 inmates. The relief and rescue operations by the SDRF and the NDRF personnel have resulted in the evacuation of 1,189 maroon people so far. And Prime Minister Modi on Friday sanctioned an ex gratia of 2 lakh rupees each for the next of kin of persons who lost their lives due to the devastating floods in Assam. The fund will be given to the Assam floods victims from the Prime Minister National Relief Fund. And earlier on, the Prime Minister had spoken with the Assam Chief Minister Sarbanand Sonowal and reviewed the current situation after the heavy rain and the floods. He has also assured the Chief Minister of all the central assistance. And the Union Home Minister Amit Shah held a high-level meeting in New Delhi on Friday to review the preparedness of measures to deal with monsoon and the flood situation in major flood-prone river basins in the country. The Home Minister directed officials to develop a well-planned scheme to reduce flooding and minimize the loss to property and lives. Amit Shah also emphasized on better coordination between the agencies to have a permanent system for forecast of the floods and the rise in water levels in the major catchment zones or areas across the country. And moving on now to news from Uttar Pradesh, where the Uttar Pradesh Police's search for absconding criminal Vikas Dubey has not yet finished. The Uttar Pradesh Police have deployed 100 teams of the Special Task Force in a bid to nab Vikas Dubey, accused of attacking police party, killing 8 policemen. More than 50 people are in police custody for being under the cloud, and the police have also announced a reward of 50,000 for providing information about the accused. And the Uttar Pradesh Police have also decided to demolish the gangster's house in Bitur. The demolition of Dubey's house in the Kanpur district is currently underway. Meanwhile, the Deputy Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh has said that the martyrdom of the 8 police personnel will not go in vain. He is assured that the culprits behind the brutal killing will soon be caught.
हमारे बहादुर जवान, सब इंस्पेक्टर और सीओ अपना कर्तव्य पालन करते हुए वीरगति को प्राप्त हुए हैं। हम अपनी विनम्र श्रद्धांजलि अर्पित कर रहे हैं और जो भी अपराधी इसके लिए जिम्मेदार हैं वो न बच पाएंगे, न छिप पाएंगे, न उन्हें कोई बचा पाएगा। उनको खोज निकालने के लिए बड़े स्तर पर कार्रवाई हो रही है। कई टीमों का गठन हो चुका है और एक एक अपराधी को खोज निकाला जाएगा। कैसे इस प्रकार की घटना को अंजाम देने में अपराधी सफल हुए हैं, इसका भी पता लगाया जा रहा है।
Union Minister Nitin Gadkari held a virtual conference with the Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan, Union Minister Narendra Singh Tomar and the BJP leader Jyotiraditya Scindia on the construction of the Chambal Expressway that will be connecting Kota in Rajasthan to Bhind in Madhya Pradesh. The officials from Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh and Rajasthan also attended the virtual conference with the Union Minister. The 404-kilometer-long expressway, constructed at a cost of 8,250 crore rupees, will pass through Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan and Uttar Pradesh and directly connect Kanpur with the Delhi-Mumbai corridor. And moving on now to the recovery rate as far as the COVID-19 is concerned. While the recovery rate among the COVID-19 patients in the country has crossed 60% now, it stands at 60.80%. Presently, there are 2,35,433 active cases, while 3,94,226 people have recovered. The coordinated efforts at all the levels of government for prevention, containment and the management of COVID-19 are showing good results, with consistently increasing gap between recoveries and the active cases. As on date, there are 1,58,792 recovered cases, more than the active COVID-19 cases. And in view of increasing cases of COVID-19 in Itanagar, Arunachal Pradesh government has declared lockdown from Monday 5 in the morning till 5 in the evening on the 12th of July in the Itanagar capital region. While addressing the media in Itanagar, the Chief Secretary said that the details of the standard operating procedure will soon be released. Recently on Thursday, a single-day high spike registered 37 new COVID-19 cases, and yesterday the state had recorded 20 fresh COVID-19 active cases, taking the total number of confirmed cases to 252, of which 176 are active cases and 75 have already recovered, with one casualty so far. And moving on now, in fact, news that we got you earlier on in the bulletin, Prime Minister Modi will be holding a review meeting on various welfare works carried out by the Bharatiya Janata Party workers during the nationwide lockdown to combat the COVID-19 pandemic. And the Prime Minister in a tweet has said, and I quote, "For the BJP India Karyakartas, serving the nation comes first. In these challenging times, our Karyakartas have been working tirelessly across India, helping those in need. We'll be discussing these works and the way ahead during the Seva Hi Sangathan interaction at 4:30." Unquote. This was the tweet that was, of course, had been put out by the Prime Minister as far as interaction and the reviewing meeting of the various welfare works that was carried out by the BJP workers during the lockdown that was imposed in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic across the country. And talking about the global level, the number of confirmed COVID-19 cases have crossed 1.10 crore with over 5.25 lakh fatalities. According to the latest data compiled by Johns Hopkins University, 1,10,80,529 cases of COVID-19 have been reported across the world. The US still continues to remain the worst hit with over 27.95 lakh cases and 1,29,437 deaths, followed by Brazil and Russia. Brazil reported over 15.39 lakh cases and over 61,000 deaths, while over 6.66 lakh cases were reported in Russia with over 10,000 fatalities. Now, in some other news, the US has sent two aircraft carriers into the disputed waters of the South China Sea to participate in the military exercises. The US Navy in a statement said that the US's Ronald Reagan and the US's Nimitz are conducting dual carrier operations and exercises in the South China Sea to support a free and open Indo-Pacific. The two combat carriers, along with 4 warships, will include round-the-clock flights testing the striking ability of the carrier-based aircraft. The US Navy's operation of 2 nuclear-powered aircraft carriers in the South China Sea region further represents a significant show of force and comes amid the heightened tensions between Washington and Beijing over a number of areas, including Hong Kong. And news now from the world of sports. The world of badminton has lost one of the biggest stars to grace the sport with the retirement of the 5-time world champion and 2-time Olympics gold medalist, China's Lin Dan. The 36-year-old shuttler announced his retirement from the Chinese national team on the social media platform. Lin Dan is one of the most successful players ever on the international circuit, where he was unstoppable at the World Championships, winning 5 times from 2006 to 2018. He twice topped Malaysia's badminton legend Lee Chong Wei in the finals at the 2008 Beijing Olympics and the 2012 London Olympics. His glorious career also included 6 Thomas Cup triumphs and 5 Asian Games victories from 2006 to 2018. And like we just said, that how in fact the 2-time Olympic champion Lin Dan has announced his retirement. All right, with that, it's a wrap on this edition of the news, but news and updates will continue here on Doordarshan News. But up next is a special program, Doctor Speak. Stay tuned.